My shitty internet waited till the very moment right before I was about to hit the button to crap out, but it came back, and here we are, and there all of you beautiful people are in the chat already. Look at you guys. Amazing. Welcome back to the commission, you friggin' savages, you. Look at all of them. Johnny, it was 10, exactly, it was 10:30. It's not like, it was 10:45 and people had to call the cops to see if you kind of come wake me up or something like that.
Fuck you.
That will forever go down. Listen, if we had a bigger following, if our channels were like monster sizes, Dan would have been on every fucking social media platform known to man in that moment. It would have been trending everywhere. YouTuber falls asleep during live stream, gets cops called. Like,
would have been great publicity.
Oh my God, Dan, your next live stream would have had 10 million people in it. Like, the next one you did would have been fucking packed. Everybody would have been in there just going, is he going to show up? Is he there? Is he going to show up? Do we have to call the cops again?
Did he have lasagna? Does he have a full belly again?
What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing tonight? Ellie, how you doing? Steven? Trav, what's going on? Mr. Ross, how you feeling tonight, my friend? I saw Johnny. We love you, Johnny. Don't give me shit about the time, though. What's going on, Richard? Aldemir, everybody. Russ, how's everybody doing tonight? True North, how you doing tonight, sir? It has been, I know you're like, didn't we just see these guys? You did, 2 days ago, where we did another year of Beards Against NF. And I got to tell you guys, in the middle of what is kind of like a mini recession right now, where a lot of people are really struggling, the fact that we still, and I don't have a final total for you yet because I'm still waiting on 5 people to make their payments. But the fact that we came very close to, I believe, breaking that $1,500 mark on something we put together in less than 3 weeks is pretty damn impressive when you really stop and think about it. And anybody who was involved in any way, if you shared it, if you donated something, if you bid, I had people who didn't even win stuff that sent money. You know what I mean? Like, anybody who was involved, give yourselves a pat on the back real quick, because it was an amazing thing. And overall, like I said, we're going to be up around like 13,000 total raised for the Children's Tumor Foundation at this point. Not bad for a channel that doesn't even have 1,000 fucking followers. You know what I mean? Like,
it doesn't make content, and
Yeah, no, I do nothing but get up here on Thursdays and act like an asshole. That's it.
Yeah. Did my wife pay, by the way?
She did not yet, but I don't worry about it. I know Becky will pay. Like, I know
sure?
Becky. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I mean, if it was you, I might have some concerns because I know you didn't want the bids to happen. But like, Becky put cookies up for bid and then won the cookies she put up for bidding. So I'm going to go ahead and
Yeah,
that was the highlight of the night.
Fantastic. That was the most fantastic move I've ever seen by anybody in the history of the auction. I'm going to put up $100 worth of diesel cookies, and then I'm going to win it for $100. Oh, Beck, you are crazy, and we love you for it. So look at my hands high. That was the one where Dan had to get up and walk away, too. Like, he just got off screen. You know what? But, I mean, overall, Dan, this year you walked away pretty cheap. Last year, she went bananas. Like,
yes, she did. I know.
She bought everything under the sun.
I fucking remember. You don't have to remind me.
He had a tractor repoed, remember? Come on.
Oh man! So I mean, when you consider it that way, just chalk it up as a win. You know, you only what 2 items I think you won this year. That's what it was too.
Two items that were auctioned. I have $100 worth of fucking cookies coming to the house, and then seven or 8 fucking oils coming from Copper John's.
That's not something to complain about either. Honestly, I'd have been happy with both of those wins personally.
I don't need any more shit.
You're lucky.
I mean,
loves you.
my
What?
Polly's this is my third bottle of Polly's. You can't have enough Polly's. Polly's also kind of.
I muted the mic and I walked over in the corner over there and I screamed for a little while.
Why am I not surprised at all? But it was also a very interesting year in the sense of so many new companies decided to get involved this year, where we lost a lot of companies we've had in the past. A lot of new companies stepped up, and I can't thank them enough. So Wired, Vicky went to school with me. Actually, I've known her and her friends for a long time. She's an amazing individual. She really is. And when she said she was willing to be part of it, I could not have anticipated her putting up 6 different pieces for the auction. Like, I'm thinking 1 or 2. She puts up 6 of them. You know what I mean? So you can't say enough how many, Death Grip Wax. Again, you're talking about a company I've had 0 interactions with until I sent them the promo thing for the auction. Their response was really simple. Oh, this looks interesting. What is this? And I sent them links to the previous years and, all the promos and the totals and everything else. And he was like, wow, that's amazing. And his next message was a list full of crap he was willing to donate. Like, there's some really amazing people out there. Like, there really are, And
yeah,
listen, I get it.
Not a single one of them has to do that.
No, they don't. And listen, you're always going to have some asshole in the background going, well, of course, because they can write it off for their taxes. They can do this. They can do that. Doesn't matter. They don't make any profit on those products is the point here. Yeah, you can write it off at the end of the year, but they're not making the profit off of it like they're supposed to. And all the time and hard work that they put into developing these things, to just turn around and say, hey, I'm going to take like $100 worth of our stuff and give it to you to auction off. That's pretty freaking cool, man. Like, they don't have to do it at all. They all see the size of my channel. Who am I? I'm nobody. They don't have to do this. So the fact that they do, it's pretty fucking cool,
In True North, that's spot on 100%.
Well, I don't know.
100%.
Listen, I will say the world is sprinkled with amazing people, but full of idiots. I'm sorry.
Yes, sprinkled very thinly.
The world is sprinkled with amazing people. It's full of fucking idiots. You can't walk down the block without running into an idiot. It's just impossible at this point in life. Like Deadpool said in the movie, it's an endless series of train wrecks. The humanity is an endless series of fucking idiots with brief intermission-like moments of, hey, that guy's not that bad. Hey, she knows what she's talking about. They're very spread out in between. Rare. We had a question not that long ago about, new blood in the show, and why do you think the 3 of us can barely stand each other? Okay, we can barely fucking tolerate each other half the time. Do you think we want to add anybody else to this fucking mix? Like, if you heard our private conversations, you would not think we liked each other. You just wouldn't. Okay? Dan's actually nicer to me when we're on the screen than he is in the private chat.
Yeah.
But that goes all ways. But again, to the outside eye, you would not think we got along. But this is our language. This is how we do things.
Right there, Ken. Right there.
The commission is. Oh man, but yeah. So again, very, very amazing at the fact that everybody's almost completely paid up, and the people who haven't paid so far, most of them are ones that I have zero concern about them not paying, like
Bob Ross.
0.
Corey, sometimes I have to hold it back sometimes.
I could imagine Dan in the gaming world, and I could imagine some of the things that he says to people when he's playing. Like, I could already hear it.
Look how much he whined when we told him he couldn't swear.
Listen, he almost wasn't part of the auction at that point. I could see it in his eyes. He was like,
almost bounced. He almost bounced.
He was like, wait a minute. I can't say fuck, no shits, ass, nothing. Fuck am I doing up here? He's
Yeah, why the hell am I here? I don't need to be here. I can go watch instead.
This is exactly the conversation that was had moments before we went live during the auction. This didn't happen like hours ahead of time or any of that shit. Right before we went live, this conversation happened.
Raging like a foaming mouth, rabies infested dog.
Oh, Corey. Oh. Some days, man. Some days. But I've gotten to hear him rage too. Hearing Corey say fuck is hilarious.
Wait, you've heard this?
I've heard it.
No fucking way. I call bullshit.
Promise you. I promise.
You better
Why would I
record
lie?
that. Record it or it didn't happen.
Okay.
I've never heard the man even come close to a fucking curse word.
Yep. Corey,
I don't even
admit
think
it.
I've ever heard a shit
Admit it,
or
Corey.
an ass. I don't even think I've heard him say damn.
See?
Mind blown.
My whole reality is fucking shattered. I'm done. I'm going home. That's how fucked up that was. I just said I'm going home. I am home. So there you go. That's how bad that thing just fucking went.
I count myself as one of the probably 4 people that have ever heard him say it before.
That's a badge of honor. Really, that is. Be well, Shaky. You know we love you. Right, Richard? Hell has officially frozen over. Bob Ross dropped an F-bomb.
Yeah, it's like I still listen until I actually hear him say one. I'm not buying it. I'm sorry. I've had private conversations with the man, full fucking conversations, and he hasn't dropped an F-bomb. So
that's what the world of gaming can do to you.
What would it even sound like? Hey guys, over here just painting my happy fucking trees. Like something like what the fuck would that even be like? I can't even. Nope, I wasn't ready for that one. Jesus was the only perfect one. I'm sorry to let you. Oh shit! What the fuck? Oh man. Okay. I got to tell you guys, coming off of the week that we had with the auction and stuff, right? To coming into this, there was a warning, if you will, about the questions for tonight. There were a few warnings. There were the warnings of that they were coming for me, they were going to do this, and then we all saw what happened during the auction, and I'm going to address that right now real quick. I don't give a fuck who you are or who you have a problem with. I don't care, okay? But the fact that a grown man showed up at an auction to raise money for people with disabilities and kids with brain tumors and such, and the first fucking thing he did was attack one of the hosts on screen, tells you all you need to know about that individual and the company that he keeps. You are the scum of the earth. You hide behind a keyboard and try to act tough, and then you showed up at an auction for kids, for people with a serious illness, and decided that you were going to talk shit rather than being a fucking adult and maybe actually trying to contribute to something. But I guess that's who you guys are, right? You guys run around and talk shit and degrade people while we run around and actually do good and try and help people. So for all the talk about us, it's funny. I only see it coming out of you fucking idiots. And yeah, you were blocked. Yeah, you were booted. What else would you have expected in that moment? How would you have actually thought that was going to go down? I'm curious. There was only one way it was going to go. Get the fuck out. And that was it.
You wanted your 15 seconds of fame because you knew you were going to get kicked the second you said something, and you chose to make fun of one of our channel's views. That was your choice.
And that's what kills me.
That's how
it's
sad you
not like
are.
It's a revelation that my views are down. I even make jokes and go, hey, all 5 of you who are watching my video. But it's the fact it was during a charity auction.
Exactly.
That you've never been on Joe's channel before, and you chose to berate me. Dude, re-examine your life, because you're lacking in a lot of areas.
Exactly. And yep, you're right, Ken. Fuck that. We'll say it. You're absolutely right. The acolytes of the idiot. Yeah, it's true. I don't want to give a fuck. Here's a fact. I don't give a fuck if Chris is getting 1 fucking view of video. I really don't care. That was not the time nor the place to launch your attack. And if, by the way, if that was the best you guys fucking had, that's sad. That's depressing. Like, yeah. Round of applause for you real quick. Woo, hey. Fucking good job. Oh, but wait. I wonder if it's a coincidence that somebody tried to log into my PayPal account too. And it wasn't me trying to get in because I was on the screen. So, you know, again, for all the shit that gets tossed at us, we were the ones who have been trying to do good and give back. We're not perfect, and we fucking know that. Believe me. There aren't 3 guys who know more that they're not fucking perfect than the 3 you see on the screen. Okay? But we also know that we were the ones trying to do something good that night. And you were the one focused on trying to further your agenda and the drama because that's all you have in your pathetic fucking life. Do me a favor and go fucking sit on a porcupine. The fuck out of my life. Choose someone with. Yeah, I saw that too, Corey. Imagine being a beard reviewer with no beard. Oh, yeah, you know, hey. Then again, they say I don't have one either. I'm just a neck beard. That's all.
You're a neck stash.
I'm a neck stash. Fucker. Fuck both of you, okay?
At least he's not Team Jacob.
Fuck both of you, all right? All right, leading into... Now I feel sorry for the porcupine. I would too. Considering the person that he's going to have to associate with, I would too.
That was not the time or place.
It wasn't.
Even the monkey. Seriously, the monkey who is like the king of bad decisions at his age. My son rolled his eyes and went, he needs to reevaluate his life.
Anybody would. We are on screen raising money for a charity. Okay? It's not like it was... If you had just showed up in one of the commissions, whatever, fine. We would have welcomed it, actually. No. Don't block him. Let him talk. Let him talk. And we would have fucking laid waste to him right then and there. But it wasn't the time nor the place. Just like the guy from apparently Dark End Beard showed up. Yes?
Yeah.
And he wanted to say that... He wanted to say that he's been looking for me for a year, and he has a cologne to make it right. So you have a cologne for the, I don't know, 8 or so people that bid on your shit and didn't get it? You're going to make it right for all those people? Are you going to replace the fact that you literally made me look like an asshole because you promised something and didn't deliver at my auction? I don't think so. Me and you have nothing else to talk about. Not only will you not get to apologize to me because there's nothing to talk about, you'll never be anywhere near my auctions ever again. It won't happen. The worst thing you can do is not deliver on a promise in that situation. And now that I've gotten all my anger built up, let's go into the questions too. Come on, let's do it. Let's just keep fucking rolling, shall we?
Okay, this is the part of the show where I'm going to give you a disclaimer. There's some really dark questions. Let's start with a simple one. Trav, we know it's you, bro. Commission versus everybody.
Love you, Travi.
I swear to God, whoever you are, please seek counseling. Your fascination with your balls has gone to a new level.
Oh, shit.
I guess this is part of a safety brief with his balls. So get ready, everybody. When performing a proper teabag, yes, hair will carry more flavor, but a smooth sack is more aerodynamic for dipping.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Put some thought into that one this time.
You, sir, are one demented individual, and we love you.
Oh my God. Who the fuck took the time out to type that?
I'm in awe of that one. I really, really am.
Oh my God. I can't look. And now let me give it up.
Look at Bob Ross's. He's got to get resurrected.
Oh man. I can't, man. Whoever you are, I gotta tell you, you are just absolutely like one of the highlights of the show at this point. You got to keep going now. You can't stop. So
You are fucking twisted, and we love you.
Oh.
Damn. This is from your fan club.
Who?
From your fan club, brother.
Mine?
Yours. This one's directed right at you. Dan, this is an honest plea. Can we see the puffy nipples, please? You have denied us for way too long.
That sounds like a question from you.
I am not taking credit for that one. Nope.
What the fuck is going on? We got testicles and nipples to start the night. Like, what are we doing here?
Like I said, there's some dark ones.
What the fuck is happening around here?
Oh, God. Get your ones out, ladies.
Oh, no. See, that right there to whoever sent the fucking question. Right there. Right. I'm keeping him up, too, until he puts his fucking shirt back on. Oh, man. If you just came into the chat, I'm sorry.
Dean, contact Joe via Instagram. He'll tell you about the PayPal link. Sure.
Yes, Sam.
Oh, my God.
There you go.
Wait, hold on. Dean, if you really want to, you can send anything you want right there. I also have a link directly to the Streamlabs donation thing if you want. Whatever you're more comfortable with at this point. Because the auction is over, obviously. So whatever you're more comfortable with.
Drugs are bad, okay?
That probably explains the first two questions, honestly. And first of all, excuse me, you must have been doing some bad drugs personally, because I don't know about you, but most of the ones I ever did, they were a hell of a good fucking time. They're not good for, not conducive for everyday life is the problem. That's the issue.
Jason Esther? Yes.
To quote
every Thursday.
To quote Eminem on his Rock and Roll Hall of Fame acceptance speech, drugs are fucking delicious. But he fucked it all up and he had to give them up. That's what he said.
Yeah, Dean, it's the same as last year. He's not changed it.
Yes, sir, Dean.
Okay. Joe, I'm assuming this one is right at you.
Okay.
Kind of has to be once you hear the question. Oh, dear God. Thoughts on the current target alphabet indoctrination of children? LGBTQ plus whatever.
Do they actually write alphabet?
No, I just said alphabet. It's LGBTQ plus division sign and a poop emoji.
Not funny. Go ahead. Whoever wrote that, by the way, watches Ben Shapiro. Go ahead. What was the question?
That's it. Your thoughts on the current target, the whole rainbow alphabet thing, indoctrination of children.
Oh, all right. Well, first of all, whoever you are, you watch Ben Shapiro because that's what Ben writes. It's LGBTQ plus minus divided by
division,
something like that.
And poop emoji.
Yeah. It's something like that's the way Ben Shapiro lays it all out, and then he says to be continued at the end of it because there's always a new one getting added in. I think, again, like most people, Dean, I got it. Thank you very much, sir. Like most people, Target completely missed the point of everything. It wasn't just the LGBTQ, all that stuff, right? If you go and look at what Target actually put out, they had shirts that said Satan doesn't recognize genders, things like that. They had bathing suits for kids that were younger than 13 that had tuck availability to them. Like, again, nobody has a problem with things until you start pushing it on kids. That's when a line is drawn for most people. And I think all of a sudden what's happened is, for a very long time, only the woke mob, if you will, would protest things, right? They would get mad, and that's where cancel culture got created. All of a sudden, the other side is realizing, hey, wait a minute, there's a lot of us too. Look what we did to Bud Light. And now apparently Target is getting hit the same way. Because I think it's like 60% or 70% of the stores have already pulled back on the whole thing. They moved, because apparently it was like right there when you walked into the store. It was the first thing you walked into. I think they moved it to the back now, and they took out a lot of the things. And so, again, it's nobody thinks about these things from anybody else's point of view but their own ever. You have a bathing suit that is meant for a 8-year-old kid to be able to tuck his junk back. Like, he's 8. Just let him go be a kid and go swimming. Why are we doing this?
Because kids are the easiest to manipulate.
Thank you. Think about this one real quick. And this is an old argument. Chris is probably very familiar with this argument. You've been in our military. You've served. Okay? I wasn't saying it like that. I was saying you've been in the military, bitch. I wasn't going to call you old.
Old argument. Chris knows about this one. Fuck you.
I was talking about the military, dickhead. The argument was always, I'm old enough to go to war and get my legs blown off, but I'm not old enough to have a beer.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
That was always the argument. It's been an argument since forever. You're now old enough to go to war, but you can't have a cigarette yet. You know what I'm saying? You got to wait till you're 21 to do that. But you're telling me that at 18, you can't do a drink. You can't have a cigarette because you're not grown enough to handle those things. But at 14, you can get gender-affirming surgery?
No.
You're old enough to make that call?
Younger.
That's what I'm trying to. Yeah, you can do it at like 8 years old, I think, if your parents say it's okay.
Washington State just passed a law. If my kids don't feel that I am supportive of the fact that they may want to change their gender, my kids can go surrender themselves to Child Protective Services. CPS will take them in, put them in a foster home, and help pay for the surgery. And after it's done, they may reintegrate the child back to their biological parents if the child feels safe enough. And, oh, yeah, as a follow-up, Joe, don't worry about your feelings. Dylan Mulvaney still loves you.
Yeah, no, I don't care. And I'm sure, again, I'll get labeled all kinds of fucking things for this. I don't care anymore. I'm bound by logic and common sense. That's what drives my life and what always has. Common sense is what makes me make most of my
Are
decisions.
you buying that bullshit?
And common sense,
I see you, Dan. I see you.
common sense tells me that if my 15-year-old kid isn't grown enough to do XYZ, if you will, then she's not grown enough to have a penis replace her vagina. Like, you know what I mean? Like, these decisions should not be made by kids. We should not be allowing kids to dictate our reality.
I agree.
But, you know, what do I know?
So these next three are probably going to make Joe's head explode. So let's just rip that Band-Aid off and go after it. What up, Ken? How you doing, big head?
I love my head, boo. That actually came up in my chat in my memories the other day. I couldn't stop laughing. Sorry, go ahead.
Next one's for you too. Part of your fan club, I'm assuming. You got lucky, Joe. Good job protecting your lies. I wonder how Dan and Chris feel about being a part of complete and utter falsehoods.
I feel fucking fantastic.
This is why me and Dan are friends.
I feel fucking fantastic. I'm glad you pointed that out. I'm glad you asked.
Good to know somebody cares about what we think, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Oh, man. What falsehoods? Listen, there isn't, there's literally, I defy you to find any person in the beard world whose life, or in our little world, if you will, whose life has been more out in the open than mine. Like, I am who I am, you know what I mean? And most of it sucks, but hey, I'm still standing. Okay?
Most?
I
call you to feel better about my day. I just go talk to me, Joe. After
Ken,
5 minutes.
goddammit, Ken. I swear to God, if I ever become fucking president, I'm fucking declaring pork roll an illegal word. I don't know what lies we're speaking of. Now, the protecting my lies and I got lucky. Wonder what that's about. Could it be whoever tried to tap into my PayPal? I don't know. Whoever you were, though, I hope you enjoyed what he calls it as a bullet that my friend sent to your device and shut it down. So I hope you had fun with that one. And I don't lie. I don't have it. I'm a shitty liar, to be honest with you. I'm much more better at telling the truth than just being brutally fucking honest. It's what I do, whether you like it or not. So, you know, you can have your opinion, though. You're feel free to it. See, Ben's lying right now. He's saying that that's delicious. He's never even eaten that before. He's had Taylor ham, and that is delicious. But he's never had pork roll because it's not real.
So, Dan, this next one's for you.
Oh, cool.
Dan, if I was you, I would get far away from Joe. ... Once we expose him, the blast will take out any around him down as well.
Well, you're not me, and I fucking look forward to it.
I have fucking horns. Like, when the fuck did I become the fucking devil? Like, what the fuck?
But weren't they supposed to expose you?
I thought they were going to expose you even before the auction.
Yeah. So
they've been exposing me for weeks now, and they've been telling Dan to get the fuck away from me since the day he got on the show. Like, you know what I mean? And yet, I don't know what you think you're going to expose. I mean, I don't. Unless you got like a camera set up somewhere and you're going to put out my nudes, which would fuck the internet all.
Nobody. PETA will file lawsuits to keep Joe's nudes.
It would all be bad. Okay,
I've got like $10.
The OGs are taking you down, son.
You're overpaying, Dan, by about $9.99. Okay.
Ben, it's okay. If the OGs come for me, I'll just go hang out with you at the racetrack and shit. I'll become a rock star. I'll hang around you. I'll be your roadie.
We already know you're his groupie.
That's fine.
Joe does. Oh shit, Ken. Oh,
Where is the bearded originator? Joe will just dispose of stuff and give them all. Oh, yeah. The bearded originators so far have been a big letdown, I got to tell you.
if Western Ram was their shot. This next one's kind of comical.
What the fuck now?
Why would Healthy Bearded have the CMU when he knew what you were doing? Perhaps he has the right people on his team now showing him who you truly are. Shutdown commencing. Fuck you.
Did they really write shutdown commencing?
Yep.
Oh my God. You know what? I got to tell you. Oh, man. I was having a bad day. I feel pretty good now. I got to tell you. Wow. Shutdown commencing. Props to you on using old world English. Congratulations. Why would Healthy Bearded does the CMU on Tuesday? Now, could he have decided not to do it because I was doing it? He absolutely could have. But he also could have just kept doing him because that's his channel. And that's what his focus is on, his channel, which is where it should be, right?
And he's been doing Tuesdays for how fucking long?
And here's the,
we made the decision that we were going to do it on Tuesday. That's our call. We knew that he was doing Tuesdays. Chris didn't do his show because he's fucking on this show. So
I wanted to be there for Joe.
I
could have went and did my show, but no, I put myself aside to be there for Joe.
Listen.
No.
You could go either way with it, right? Jay Cruz, he absolutely could have said, hey, we're not going to do it this week, blah, blah, blah. And he could have gone ahead and done his show. Either way, he wasn't doing anything wrong. It's his channel. However he decides to move forward with his channel is his call. And I got a better part for you here. If you want to know why he did it, go ask him. He'll be on Dan's show tomorrow night. Have fun.
Shameless plug. Way to go.
I got to take care of my boy.
Fuck the both of you and that little love fest you have going on, all right? That's what I'm saying. Fuck the both of you.
You're only jealous because you're not invited.
Pretty much. I think I'm going to go join the Beard Originators, all right? They seem to be having fun.
At least in their own minds they are. They're doing something, man.
Yeah, no, how are they going to shut you down? You don't produce fucking content anymore.
I've successfully shut myself down. Thank you very much.
Are they going to come
Nobody
to the and take away your birthday?
There's one thing I know for a fact, okay, and that's this: nobody can fuck up my world better than I can. God damn it! So bring it on, bitch.
Truth.
Bring it on.
Oh, fuck me. I want to state for the record right now, I did not make this next question. Whoever you are, I love you. Who is Western Ram? Question mark. Why is he such an asshat? Question mark. No. There's more. It's gonna make the rounds, and I did. Is he still blowing Kentucky Beardsman?
Okay, I mean that's.
Once again, I did not put that question in the link.
Not funny. Western Ram has been Chris's
thorn in the side.
He's been Chris's like Riddler, if you will. You know how like the Joker was like a main villain and somebody really to take seriously, and the Riddler was always a joke who couldn't really fight and hid behind all of his riddles and shit, but couldn't do anything. That's Western Ram. He's a guy who loves to go in Chris's comment section, talk shit, run his mouth, do all these things. I love you. Make sure the door's closed, please. But he produces nothing himself. He does nothing himself. He rides the nuts of another man to make himself feel better. And in the process, he has had to target anybody who doesn't agree with his messiah, if you will. It's a sad statement of a grown man that he acts the way he does, but this is what the internet has produced. What are you going to do?
I will state for the record, he did produce content at one point. He even has a video on his channel apologizing for almost having his channel deleted for uploading movies for people to watch. So, yeah, take that for what it's worth. And just so I know he's out there watching, just so you know, I muted you after you came in my channel on the Michael Strahan beard oil and told somebody, do not believe me. Go to the Kentucky Beardsman's channel for truthful, honest reviews because I am a liar who wants a paycheck. Now, tell me you didn't watch that video. I even said, don't buy the oil. Me and another reviewer have a different opinion on it. He's got his, I got mine. I didn't like it. So, may you have a nice day, sir.
Dan, have you ever heard of Western Ram before last night?
I had heard of him. I had heard of him through Chris's comments section.
Okay.
But
yeah,
I've paid no attention to him otherwise.
I think that's where most of us who know Chris have heard of him in the comments. Like I said, he's Chris's Riddler. He's not a real bad guy. He's not a real tough guy or anything like that. He just sits behind the scenes, running his mouth and hoping he can actually do something worthwhile to make his life feel better. But the fact is, plain and simple, if you want to know who he is, this is who he is. He is a grown man who showed up at a children's charity event and talked shit to one of the hosts. That was more important to him than it was letting the event happen or helping kids. So there you go. That's all you need to know about the man.
And if you want to support who you're supporting, Western Ram, go do it. But you showed your true colors, bro, yet again for the world.
Jesus Christ, Corey. Talk about not accepting it. Wow. All right, now I believe the F-bombs a little bit more.
Oh, Joe. These next two are for you.
Okay.
One of them's kind of a fuck you, and the other one's kind of uplifting.
Okay.
So here's the fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Numbers were way down with a bunch of N's this year. Looks like you're done. A bunch of laughy faces and some fuck you emojis.
Okay. True. Comparatively to the last few years, numbers are down. But if you look around the world, numbers are down everywhere. Disposable income is kind of a word we've all forgotten nowadays because nobody has it. And
some of the big ticket guys that spent a lot of money at these things aren't even in the whole. They're not even part of this shit because of people like Western Ram.
Big Stu, everything makes the cut. We don't hide anything.
Nope.
We put everything up. We had them all on. Through my NGL link that's on my IG. We never, ever avoid a damn thing on here. It's just not what we do. So, yeah, numbers are down across the board. You're absolutely correct about that one. But when you really think about this, again, heading into this month, I didn't think I was going to do it again because of what happened last year between the dark hand beards thing, the luxurious bastard thing, and so many other issues that happened last year. Some of them could have been mistakes. Some of them were not, right? But I didn't like the fact that people had donated money and they didn't get what they were supposed to get. So I was really, I didn't know. And then when the month started, I got like, man, I can't not do it. I just can't. I was seeing all the Consumer Foundation posts, all the NF posts everywhere, and I had to do something. I had to. So literally, I said to the guys, hey, I think I'm going to do it. Put up a post, I think like 3 or 4 days into May. I said, let's do it. We're going to try this. And in less than 3 weeks, we got 30 some odd companies to donate. We got 30 some odd different lots up to bid on, and we raised almost $1,500. So when you look at it through the right way, there's no loss here. And besides that, how can you lose when you're raising money for a charitable organization that's helping people? There is no losing.
Doesn't matter
Whatever
the
you
amount of
raise is a
money.
win.
Yep.
Every dollar helps. Every single dollar helps. Now, we got to uplift you, Joe. So, everybody, this is one of those little moments, like, at the end of a Walt Disney movie where Tinkerbell does her little signature and puts a ding. Get ready for this one.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, I think Joe knows this one.
My name is Erica. I was diagnosed with NF2 when I was 23. I have had 2 brain surgeries and several others throughout my body. I wanted to thank you all for what you did on Tuesday. Joe, what advice would you give someone like me newly diagnosed with NF? Now, here's the part we're going to have to give Joe a moment for. You're a hero in her eyes.
Definitely not a hero. But I appreciate it, and I appreciate you giving the guys that were on the screen with me their love as well. The story is one that is all too familiar. For those of you who haven't been following me forever or don't know the backstory, my mother was diagnosed. I want to say she was 25, 26 maybe. I was young, and she would get such bad headaches that I could remember being little and watching her like literally hitting things and just in so much pain that she didn't know what was going on. And at 25, when she was diagnosed, they found so many tumors in a row that she just couldn't recover. She was never the same. And so when I hear somebody say they got diagnosed at 23, it could be because she didn't have any issues till 23 and they found it early. But judging by what she said, how many surgeries did you say she had?
2. No,
and many others.
Surgeries and several others throughout her body.
So what I know is that if she had the bilateral schwannomas like I did, which are the 2 she had removed, I'm going to go ahead and guess on that one because those are usually the first ones that most of us get. Those surgeries can take anywhere from 3 to 6 months to recover from. You literally have to learn how to walk again and learn how to catch yourself because your balance will never be the same again. You have to relearn a lot of things. So at 23, to be diagnosed with that, and then the snowball, the avalanche of they found one here, they found one there, there's one on my back, it becomes overwhelming. The best advice I can give to you is this. Number 1, put your head down and keep swinging because that's all you can do. You just got to keep fighting. There's really no other solution right now, but just keep fighting because they're getting better every day. Okay? They're finding new treatments all the time, and they're getting so much better. When I was a kid, I watched people in my family be absolutely devastated by these surgeries to the point where when it was my time to go through it, I was terrified. I really was. But just in that gap, those couple of years, the doctors had become so much better, had gained so much knowledge on how to actually deal with things that I was able to come out of it much better than anybody else in my family had up until that point. Number 2, don't panic. You see a bump on your arm, it doesn't mean it has to come out. Okay? You see one on your leg, it doesn't mean you have to go in and get cut open. Okay? They literally can grow on any nerve ending throughout your body. So therefore, you can have multiple everywhere. The one that I had removed from my arm, you're not going to be able to see, but it's literally right here. And the other one right here that I had removed, the only reason I had those removed was because they had finally gotten to a size where they were restricting movement and blood flow in my arm. There's other ones, though, that I haven't touched. There's one on my thigh that I know it's there, but it doesn't hurt, doesn't do anything. So I'm not going to go and get cut open for no reason. Don't panic just because you see one. It doesn't mean that, you got to go in for another surgery right away. Most important, make sure you have a doctor you can trust. Okay? And the Children's Tumor Foundation is a great resource for that. They really are. They have a full network. They have a whole catalog set up with every doctor in North America that knows their stuff. All right? I don't know where you're from, Erica, and I thank you so much for the comment. If you're in the Jersey area, NYU in New York, they're amazing. University in New Jersey and Newark is amazing. If you're in California, they do some cutting edge stuff. Just use the Children's Tumor Foundation, please. They really are a great tool in this case to point you in the right direction. So thank you for the comment. I'm definitely not a fucking hero, but I appreciate the kind words. I really do. And I hope that things get better. And obviously, you know where my Instagram is. If you need me, if you need to talk anything, please feel free. Anytime, day or night, I don't care. But thank you.
Steven's got a question for you.
Yes, it is. Sam has to start getting checked this summer. Not something I'm looking forward to, but
You good, bro?
yeah.
Because this next one's for you too. And it's multiple choice. You let me know when you're ready.
All right, good.
Okay, Joe, putting you on the spot, multiple exclamation points. Better movie / TV mob boss.
Oh, fuck you.
There's multiple choices. A, Tony Soprano. B, Vito Corleone. C, Michael Corleone. D, Frank Costello. That's from The Departed, if you don't know, Irish mob boss. Or E, Al Capone.
Wait a minute. Did you just give me a fucking question? And my options are James Gandolfini, Marlon Brando, Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, and Jack fucking Nicholson?
Yep. Who's the better mob boss?
Fuck you.
It ain't Sophie's fucking choice, dickhead. Just make one.
Oh. All right. So we will cross out Frank Costello first.
Emo, you beautiful piece of sexual chocolate. You
thought Nicholson played it very well, but in my opinion, the Costello character was built off the Whitey Bulger stories. And I thought Johnny Depp did a much better job of portraying him in a reality-based kind of situation. My opinion again. I will cross Al Capone off as well. De Niro was great, but I would say Al Capone in Untouchables, which is where I'm guessing this is coming from.
Yeah.
You don't get that much out of that role. Go back and watch the movie. He doesn't play a huge part in it, so I can't say this is a three-legged race here. Brando is like every fucking movie critic golden boy. I would put him at number 3, though. I'm sorry. I got to give it to Tony. I got to go with The Sopranos here. I'm a Jersey kid. You guys know it. I love The Sopranos movies. So it's got to be Tony. But it's rough, man, because Michael Corleone is...
I'm not shocked you're picking Tony, but Michael over Vito?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh.
Vito would have picked Michael over Vito because Vito literally molded Michael without realizing he did it. And then Michael's military experience and all, he made the moves his father felt uncomfortable doing. And he did it cold, calculated, done.
Yeah, but you're looking at old school mafia versus, at that point in American history, the next generation.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying, in my opinion, when you look at the way that Michael Corleone handled things and the way that Fredo would have gotten Vito in a body bag.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, because Vito was so heavy on family, and rightfully so, he would have never seen the whole Fredo thing coming, even if it played out the exact way it did for Michael. Michael, on the other hand, was so removed from that stuff. Like, yeah, you're my family. Yeah, I love you. But he was suspicious of every and anyone. And he was ready for it. So,
okay. This one's multiple choice for everybody. And it's the last question. 5 music acts. They put rap, rock, pop, angry for Dan. Would you most like to see ? And 5 best you have seen.
The 5 best you have seen and the 5 that you wish you could see.
That's what it's saying.
Let's start with the boss.
Fuck yeah.
oh, I get to go first? Okay. So we'll start from the ones I have seen. How's that? Number 5 was Korn. It was a little club that I was at. Literally like a little dive club. Nothing crazy. But their lead singer getting up there in a completely blacked out room, grabbing a mic and screaming, "Go!" When at the time, I was not into any of that kind of music at all. His performance up there and the way he made that crowd go ape shit just by yelling one word made me go look up the whole genre at that point and go check it all out. Dan's not going to be a fan of my list. Number 4 would probably be Nas. I saw Nas in Queens in his backyard. It was a hell of a performance. I also saw him at Summer Jam the one year where he came out on the throne and did the whole fuck Jay-Z thing. That was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Bon Jovi would be number 3. Say what you want, but until you've gone to one of the man's performances in person, he puts a lot of effort into it, a lot of life into it, and he's a Jersey boy. Number 2 would be 50 Cent. Amazing performer live. And number 1 was Eminem. My greatest thing I've ever done music-wise was getting to see Eminem live. 5 that I wish I could see. Are we talking about, like, do they have to be dead or something, or could it just be whatever?
It just says, would you most like to see, and 5 best you have seen. So most like to see, go ahead. In my opinion, that means anything.
Okay, so number 1 right now is Jelly Roll. I definitely would love to fucking see Jelly Roll in person, see him live. His music is amazing. I don't know after that. I don't know. Oh, wait, no. Number 2, Yellow Wolf.
What the fuck, kid?
I would love to go see Yellow Wolf. Dan's favorite bleeding anus, devil's toilet. I'm sorry. That fucked me all up.
Oh, the funny part is there's probably names of bands out there like that.
Probably.
I know there is one called Anal Cunt. I know that.
Nothing surprises me in this world anymore, honestly. So yeah, number 2 would be Yellow Wolf. Number 3 would be Whitey Morgan and the 78s. Number 4, who I would have loved to seen back when they were around and when he was still alive, would have been Queen. Getting to see Freddie Mercury live and that performance is something that I would have definitely liked to gone to experience. And number 5, even though I've already seen him, I'd love to go see Eminem again because, you know, it's fucking Eminem. So, yeah, that would be mine. Go ahead.
You want to go, Dan, or?
Nope.
He's still working on his.
Let's see. I've seen 5 best, I guess.
That you've
Metallica.
seen.
Yeah, Metallica, Godsmack. Back when Godsmack was actually really, really good, not what they've turned into. Garth Brooks, George Strait, and I gotta admit, it just blew me away, Chris Ledoux.
Why am I on this fucking show with these tool bags?
Now, the ones that I would like to see live, I remember watching Live Aid and seeing Freddie dominate the world, but I would like to see him in an actual venue, not just for 20 minutes. I was never allowed to go to rock concerts way back when. I would have liked to have seen Pearl Jam in its heyday, not before Eddie got all kind of fucked up. High Lung. I really would like to go see them. I know I probably pronounced that wrong.
Well, you're close.
But you know the band I'm talking about.
Yep.
Motherfucker. I'm just going to go with those 3.
Those the only 3 you got?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to go with.
All right, Dan. Give us all your angry stuff.
The 5 that I've seen, it would have to be Lamb of God and God Forbid, Soulfly, Prong, and Down. Down is, I don't know. Do you guys know who Down is?
No, I don't. And Dean, no, I didn't.
Well, you know who Pantera is, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, Down was a mix. It had Phil Anselmo, the lead singer from Pantera, and then Vinny, the drummer. And then it had a guitarist. I want to say it was a guitarist from Crowbar, and then the bassist and guitarist from Corrosion of Conformity, I think. I saw them when I was 12. So those are the ones that I've seen. Okay, some people do know. Those are the ones I've seen. The ones that I want to see. That's a hell of a list.
Yeah, it would be crazy for me too, honestly. I don't go to many concerts, so the list is never ending, honestly.
I would have loved to see Pantera in their day. I'd like to see Cannibal Corpse.
Why am I not surprised?
Right?
Signs of the Swarm. I'd love to see this band called the John Candy. It's the John Candy. It is fucking amazing music. They call it sample core. They just take a bunch of random samples from movies and video games and other songs and throw them into a metal mix. It's fucking hilarious. It's awesome. But then I would like to see Wardruna.
You know what? I just thought of one. And Joe, you're going to get this. I really want to see that Ned Flanders metal cover band. Just for a personal reason.
Yeah. I mean, I've never really gone to many concerts. Honestly, most of the guys I've seen have been at concerts where there were multiple people playing. I've never really, gone to many. So there are a lot of groups I would love to see, but my definite number one right now is Jelly Roll. I would absolutely love to see the man live perform. But I mean, the list is never ending. Not that Dan wants to hear it because he probably thinks both of my lists suck dog shit. But
I mean, the early Korn days, I'll give you. But yes, the rest of your list suck.
But imagine, Dan, for a moment, if you will, being 15-year-old me who spends his weekends in Newark hanging out. I show up to this event with my cousin because her father won't let her go without me. And she begged me to go with her. And I said, okay, fine. You know nothing about anything, right? And the place is packed. It fucking smells. There's fucking shit everywhere. People are, and all of a sudden they went pitch black, right?
Yep.
And I'm like, what the fuck is happening here? And a spotlight hits, microphone by itself, and I'm like,
The
what are we doing?
female body mic stand, yeah.
Yep, the female
And-
body with the mic stand. Yep.
Jonathan
Johnny-
Davis comes out,
Johnny Davis comes out. Go.
just stands there, right? The crowd is all going crazy, and he waits for them to get calm again and get dead quiet. Like, it's so quiet now, and I'm going, what are we doing here? Is he not going to perform, right? And as I went to turn to my cousin to ask her what was happening, he snatched the mic and went, go! And literally everything went. Like, the whole fucking room went haywire. Everybody's screaming. Who's throwing what? Who's doing this? I'm pretty sure I got punched in the face by someone. Like,
Probably.
shit just went fucking bananas.
Joe, yeah, we know what happened. Okay.
And the energy never turned off. Like, it went that way through the entire set that they did. Just complete chaos. So even though I wasn't into that kind of music at the time, that
It was
performance, the way they did it, exactly. It was awesome, and I was hooked. That was it.
See, I had the exact opposite effect when I went to a fucking Kenny Chesney concert.
Well, country can be rough, yeah.
Depending on the artist.
It was
Yes.
It was probably the single worst fucking experience of my life. I hate
I can see that.
country music with a passion. The only reason, which obviously you know why, the only reason why I would put myself through something like that
Pussy.
To get laid?
at 17 years old.
To get laid. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
And you know what's funny? Is I didn't get it.
That's fucked up. I sat through One Direction once, but I got laid afterwards, goddammit.
Nope.
Actually admitting that out loud. You went to One Direction.
I had no other listen. The girl was way out of my, but then again, most of the girls I date are out of my league. But she was way out of my league. This is what she wanted to do. She wanted me to go with her. And apparently the guys on stage got her in the mood, and somehow my fat ass was a good substitute that night. So it all worked out well for me.
Dan, you ever get this thought that Joe's on like some kind of community service list? You know, like these chicks are working off a drunk driving ticket just to go out with them.
Maybe. Who knows? But, so that was the last question. That was it.
That was the last one. Can you just see it, Dan? 30 days in max security, or you date Joe? How long I gotta date that?
Do I have to play with his dick?
Just
I get
put
it.
me in the hole now. I'd rather be in solitaire.
Listen, what are you gonna do? There's a reason. I don't listen. That's why that fucking that video that I always put up of the guy talking to his mom at the table when she's like, "When are you gonna get married?" And he goes, I ain't getting married, Ma. At some point, you just gotta admit. So I just don't got what women want. I ain't chasing after no more girls. That's kind of where I am in life. If something falls into my lap, so be it. But zero interest really in going out and finding anybody anymore. Not the D. Just cup the balls though. Oh man. Well, it has been a wild fucking roller coaster of a night. We went everywhere. Like we really did. We started off in gratitude and thanking you all for another amazing Beards Against NF. We went to some angry stuff. We had some LGBTQ whatever stuff.
What's this we? That was you. That was
Yeah, that
you.
was
you.
Dylan Mulvaney, loving motherfucker. You.
Fuck both of you. You're on the screen with me, so you're riding with me. Shut the fuck up. we had a tremendous message from Erica, which is we'll move past that. Thank you though. Movie stuff, concert, like you guys were all over the place this week, and it was interesting.
Don't forget the teabagging with the balls. Thing.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes.
So fascinated with your balls. We love you. We love you. You're demented as fuck.
Like this guy's done the Batwing thing. He's done so many things at this point. Like, what's left for? You know what?
How do we know?
I'm just gonna wait and see.
I'm betting it's Ellie.
Looking forward to next week now.
I don't know why my money was on Gary Lewis until he said it wasn't him.
I've actually thought it's been Becky for a while, just because how demented she is, making people look shit up on Google.
No, she wouldn't run this long with one.
Yeah, no, Erica, if you're watching tonight,
and Ken, of course, the next stash.
Oh yeah, the next dash thing too. Yep.
If you're watching tonight, Erica, thank you.
You see him?
Seriously. In the midst of all the other nonsense that we do up here, and the idiots that leave their dumb stuff and all that, that one comment. If anybody ever wonders why I do the charity thing for the Children's Tumor Foundation, that one comment should pretty much answer that question for you. So thank you, Erica. Really, that was pretty fucking amazing. So thank you, and thank you to you guys again. Like I said, I will give you a full final tally once everything comes in. You just saw tonight. Dean Gooden just sent money over because he couldn't be there. A lot of people, if they couldn't be there, sent money. A lot of people, I don't want to put him on the spot right now, but like Ken, Big Head, if you will, he had so many dollars for his winning bid, and then he sent over more money just to help out with the cause. Like a lot of people did things like that as well. So the tally is going to be more than what I said it was that night. How much more? I'm not exactly sure just yet. We're waiting for these last few to come in, but it will be more than what I said that night. So thank you to all of you guys who made the evening possible, for any company who donated, for anybody who bid, for the winners, anybody who did anything. You guys are all amazing. Vato, life would be so much easier if you had a fucking Instagram. You pain in my ass.
Apparently, Vato didn't win shit if he didn't remember what he won.
No, he won a cup of salt water, remember?
Yeah, salt water.
The fucking salt water that he kept going on and on about.
Vato won the ocean. He's good.
If you got a cup of salt water, don't worry, Dan will spit in it for you to make it extra flavorful.
I ain't gonna spit in it. I got something else I'll put in it though.
Oh wow.
He's just adding to the flavor.
Yeah.
Hold on, Vato. Give me a second here. Jesus Christ. I gotta do, even when I'm trying to do the show, I gotta work. Not bad enough. I gotta do everything else on my own with this damn show.
Oh, really, bitch? Where's the questions? Thank you.
Wow, you had to read. You had to read.
Shit.
I know reading is painful for you and all, but I mean, I would hope in your fucking 500 million years on this earth, you picked it up eventually.
I was gonna say I was still reading them when you were swimming in your daddy's nutsack.
So Vato, you won from my good friend Soul Wired. You won her, the one I can't pronounce, Burkite, Moonkite, stone necklace, Wild Swine grooming combo, and from Define Beard, you won the Sublime Vibes oil and butter combo.
And Vato, if you can't remember, just come back to this point.
So yeah, Vato. And Defined and Wild Swan, you can email pretty easily. I'm not sure if Vicky has her email up, but if you just send your information to one of the idiots on the screen, I'll make sure she gets it. If you want the necklace that you want. If you send it to Dan, Becky's gonna get your necklace. You send it to Dan, Becky's gonna get your necklace.
You send it to me, the cuteness factor is gonna get it.
Like I said, send it to one of us so we can send it to her on Instagram. Because I'm not sure of her email right now. I'm really not at the moment. I just know the one you won and what else you won. Wild Swine and Define, though, you can definitely email those guys. And I'll give them a heads up that you're a pain in the ass winner who doesn't have Instagram. So to check their emails, please. And thank you again, everybody. Seriously, it's amazing. You guys are all amazing. That's what I just. All right, salt water. That's all I'm going to say to you about that.
Salt water.
Don't worry, Vato. We'll have E-Rock take care of you.
Oh man. Before we wrap it up, go ahead, Dan. Plug tomorrow night one more time, even though I already plugged it for you. Have fun.
Well, first, I'm doing a release with Dan's Beard Reviews over on Scruff Enough for Bay Area. If you guys don't know Scruff Enough, Matt from Bay Area started a YouTube channel. It's called Scruff Enough. You can go check that out. We're doing a release for one of his tribes tomorrow. It happens to be named Dan. I wonder why there's a connection. So Dan's Beard Reviews and I will be on there with him. And then after that is the Longhouse. And I will have Mr. J. Cruz on there with me. So it'll be an interesting night. I have like 5 hours worth of streaming to do. Hoorah.
Ellie, if you sent the riddle, it did not come through. So you didn't miss anything. If you sent one, it never came through, or it came through too late. One of the two, because I didn't see a riddle. All right, old man. Anything you want to announce?
Content on both my channels tomorrow. Big fucking surprise. And once again, whoever you are, you beard originators, if you have actual proof, you have an open invite on my channel. I'll help burn Joe to the ground if you have actual proof. But somehow I don't think you do. So have a good life.
Oh, man. All right. I want to thank all of you, again, for making the auction a success, regardless of what any other fucking moron out there will tell you. And if you need any verification of was it a success or not, again, just go back and watch this and what Erica said. That's all the verification you need to know that we did something that matters for somebody at least. And to the idiots in the fucking, what are they called again?
The originators.
The beard
originators? Yeah. Next time you're gonna try and do something all big and dastardly, don't send a moron like Weston Ram to do your dirty work. It wasn't anywhere near the desired effect you were hoping for. And yeah, it just looked really bad on his part. And I would also say to whoever you guys are, if you hate me, you hate Chris, you hate Dan, you hate everybody, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's not about anything other than you must not be a good human being at all. There's nothing good about you. If your sole focus was to destroy a live stream that was set up to give money to a charity that helps people with a serious disease and children. It says more about you than it does about anybody else. You are lacking somewhere horribly in your life. And I would do some really deep internal looking at yourself real quick because you are fucked up. And no amount of fucking bullshit is going to fix that. You need to go talk to somebody and do something. But you didn't do nothing other than
lift too, you know. That helps.
Don't call Dan for the advice. That's all I'm going to say to you, because his advice will be very just what it was. You guys deserve any kickback you get. By the way, any flack you get from that bullshit, you deserve it. Because regardless of whatever you try to say about, we try to make it seem one way. We were on a screen hosting an event to give money to a charity. You showed up acting like the idiot. Nobody did that for you. You did that. So stupid game, stupid prize. Congratulations. The rest of you, you're all fucking amazing. We love you, and we'll see you guys next week. Make sure you watch The Longhouse tomorrow, and we'll see you next week.